Divine Spirit and gracious Creator, we're all here to open ourselves up unconditionally excuse me, to your divine assistance and continued direction. As well as receiving your healing and guidance, we are fully open and ready to receive and notice signs and blessings. We are truly grateful and thank you. Amen. Please settle your minds and focus on your crown chakra. And when you are ready, open it for Spirit to supply you with its source of energy. As it enters your crown chakra, allow it to rebalance all your chakras, starting with the crown chakra, moving on to the brow chakra, down to the throat chakra, and then on to the heart chakra. Carry on working its way down to the solar plexus chakra, further down to the sacral chakra, and then down to the root chakra. Allow the spirit energy source to visit all your minor chakras to maximize our potential in this circle. Let the energy settle in your body, and when you are ready, move your focus back to your heart chakra and start linking with all other members of this circle unconditionally. Set your intentions on the task we agreed, please, to maximize our ability to make the links to spirit that we need to achieve. We have come together on the earth plane with the purpose of receiving answers to our questions from our spirit guides and advisors that are happy to link with us. I would like to start by introducing members of our circle here tonight. My name is Neil, and with me today is Sharon, Ashley, Claire, and Pam. I would like to welcome all members of the Spirit Circle and thank you for believing in us. As we try to lift our energy level sufficiently to enable you to bridge and make contact through our mediums, we are focusing and offering you the opportunity to link through us. Please link directly through your choice of medium. And if you're happy to link through another medium at the same time as another soul from Spirit does, please do so. Where possible, we respectfully appreciate confirmation that we have achieved a successful link through either a sense of doing so, or even more grateful to hear the spoken word itself. As we try to lift our energy levels in our own circle, and with the help of our own guides and others in spirit, we look forward to making the connection to the spirit circle. When we have achieved that, could you confirm when you're ready for questions to be put to you, please?
Energies are being aligned. Please focus on the flame or join hands. Imagine yourself sat in a circle together, raising the vibration. Pam, you are our eyes this evening. Your guides have been assigned to you. They will work closely with you. Please trust in them. As the portal to the spirit world opens, please trust what you are hearing. And please speak if you wish to do so. Good evening to you all.
Good evening and welcome. Have you blended enough?
You are still blending.
Okay, Ali, just let me know when, please.
We are ready to speak.
Okay, thank you. What name would you like to go by tonight, please?
My name is Pyrus.
Welcome, Iris. Is this the first time you've actually come through to us?
Yes.
Okay. How does it feel for you making the connection?
It is a wonderful feeling. I feel very honoured to be here.
Well, as usual, we feel very honoured to have you here as well, and blessed. Thank you.
Why, thank you.
Have you previously had a life on the earth plane, Pyrus?
No.
Have you had lives on other planets?
Oh yes, many.
Why did you choose the other planets rather than the earth plane?
Great more to learn.
Is life on the other planets more advanced than on the earth plane?
Indeed. Much to learn.
How long ago was it since you had, a physical life on another planet?
Over 500 years ago.
Okay. What sort of vessel did you inhabit, Laris?
Say species. I am limited on what I can say. A different vessel is how I shall put it. The different species.
But in terms of your life then, did you have the equivalent of, I suppose, a brain, the concept of thought and actions?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. What did you feel you achieved during that lifetime? Let's say your last lifetime.
Helping many things evolve, shall we say. And many teachings to others.
What did the experience equip you for when you returned to spirit?
Many things. Again, very limited
Okay.
response. I am sorry.
Don't be sorry, that's not a problem, thank you. No doubt you are aware I have an inquiring mind, so.
Oh yes, very inquisitive mind.
But I do accept when you have to give me answers like that. It's not a problem. Okay. Are you one of our guides, Paris, or are you a visitor to this circle?
I am a visitor this evening.
Okay, thank you very much for coming then. Okay. And presumably you understand how we operate.
Indeed. I've been pre-warned.
Okay, no doubt you're even aware of the questions I will ask, but we'll see. If I may, I would like to ask a few questions that others have asked me to ask on their behalf.
Okay.
And if you've been briefed, we are questions they are raised at random, so we can cross boundaries, all sorts of things. So I'll start with the first one, a light-hearted one in a way. Ashley has a cat. The cat is called Oreo. And obviously being a cat, she lets the cat out to go and do whatever it needs to do. But the question is, as an animal spirit, what does the cat concentrate on doing when he goes out? What does he get up to? You know, and are the animals' souls designed to have a similar pathway or objective like we do in human vessels?
Oh, indeed. Felines are very clever animals. They get up to a great deal. I find felines are most intelligent, and we're not to know everything they get up to.
Are they driven by intuition?
Oh,
But
yes.
deep down, are they? But deep down, are they following the pathway of their higher self, like we do as humans, or
Indeed.
attempting to?
Indeed.
Okay.
Very intelligent animals, as I say.
But are all animals, driven by separate pathways, or do they follow a similar cycle of life?
They all have their individual purpose. But I find the felines to be very high up there, shall we say. They are very intuitive to spirit and beings.
My impression of a cat is, they're very singular. Even as a pet, even as an animal, they're very choosy, if that's the right word, and independent,
Extremely fiercely independent.
Yeah. How would you contrast that to a dog?
My favorite animal. Dogs are very loyal.
I mean, do dogs exist to actually help uplift humans?
They are therapy, indeed.
Yeah.
Comfort. Much like the feline also. They both have their set purpose.
Okay.
Dog's best friend. Man's best friend is a dog, isn't it?
Yeah,
As they say.
that is a phrase. Yeah. But as an animal, do they all have very different purposes in their life in that physical form?
Indeed, yes.
Is there
Reincarnation
any
is
what? Yeah.
reincarnation is a very interesting subject with animals.
Yeah.
There is much truth there.
Okay, moving on to a different subject then. Is there any way you can explain the difference between Reiki and spiritual healing, if there is a difference?
This is not a subject I know a great deal about, but both have different healing properties. Reiki. I'm not so good on this subject. A bit to learn about that one. I do apologise.
In the training some of us have had, there obviously are some similarities, with the chakra system, but there's different aspects of how it's delivered. But I'm not expert enough to answer that question.
I've been told more so Reiki and things like holistic are
Yeah.
more on par with each other.
Okay. Yeah.
If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, I can sort of see where you're coming from there.
Emotional healing is very different, if that is the question, with the other type of healing.
Okay.
That is more on a deeper level, I believe.
All right. Okay. I'll move on to the next question then, Paris, and say, it's been suggested that the Lionsgate portal is going to open on the 8th of August. Now, as I understand it, if I've got it right, it might be doing that to upgrade DNA. Can you confirm that and explain the
Many
purpose of it?
upgrades are with certain portals, indeed.
Okay.
The purpose of the portal, or these portals, is to align the energies, to align certain stars, and to help those on the earth plane manifest. Does this make sense?
In a roundabout way, yes.
But you are right, this will happen. Many upgrades.
So that's not just the Lionsgate portal, that could be many other portals as well? Is that what you're suggesting?
Indeed, each portal has a different way. Yes, of upgrading those on the earth.
When we've talked about portals in the past, we've always asked about going through portals, but from what you've described, is that one of the main reasons that portals exist, which is to bring changes to a living environment? Okay.
Change is always needed. This is how you all evolve and how you will eventually help those from spirit. very important role.
So are those changes directed by spirit when, let's just say, the creator or those that create life on a physical vessel are trying to encourage us to make changes quicker maybe than we would have done? Okay. Thank you for that. That was, that was quite interesting. Okay. Could you explain something to me just before we started? Spirit said Pam is your eyes this evening. What does that actually mean, please?
Pamela sees things. She has a different role here.
Yeah.
Spirit and the Ascended Masters are working with Pamela in a different way. And she is the eyes, is exactly what it means.
Okay.
She is there to show you all, if that makes sense.
In a way it does, because, when obviously we talk after these sessions, Pam will often describe what she's seen and what she's viewed and what she feels and what she senses. So
yes,
that makes sense.
This is her role at the moment. And
Yep.
this is as we wish it to be.
Okay.
And I know that she shall trust this also deep inside herself.
Yeah, I'm sure she does, but that was one of the reasons why I wanted to ask this question, so that there was a record of the interpretation, which Pam will see and hear herself if she doesn't remember. Okay, lovely, thank you. Before we move on to questions, Paras, as a collective, have you any advice for us here in the circle, please? Whether that's individual or on block.
I am just listening a moment.
Okay.
I'm being advised. They wish to tell me things for you.
Good.
I believe as a collective and as the human vessels, I'm trying to put it correctly. There is a great deal of self-doubt in many ways. Second guessing. With your spiritual world, your spiritual path. We wish you to move forward. Sorry, just listening still.
Okay.
I feel your guides are advising me. I wonder individually if it may be easier. I feel if I start with Pam, many changes have been happening and many questions for her. many upgrades, I am allowed to say, have been around her. Does this make sense, Neil?
It could do to me.
Whether a conversation is why I ask.
I know Pam struggle's not the right word, because she questions, her links to her family.
Indeed.
But sometimes I wonder whether that's overshadowing everything else that she could be doing.
Many blocks have been there regarding family members.
Yeah.
Indeed. Spirit will sort themselves out, I'm being told.
Good.
In that.
That's a wish. That's a personal wish from me for Pam, if that's possible.
I feel so. And for Sharon, I feel she feels she's quite young on her journey, but she senses many things. Again, trust that intuition more. You have much to unlock inside of you. And I do hope that makes sense for her. She has much determination and will go very far if she allows herself I hope that makes sense. If you're able to pass this on.
I will pass that on.
And for young Ashley. Many things have held her back. She is a fighter. She needs to remember this. Anything she puts her mind to, she will achieve. On her spiritual path, I feel that she is there. And again, there, with the self-doubt, there is no need. Her father wishes to say, that I am helping you every step of the way. This is an emotional conversation. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, and I'm sure she will as well.
She has battled many things, many demons within. But she is doing just fine. I wish to say. Now for yourself, Neil. You are a very wise individual. You have come very, very far on your spiritual journey. You will teach others. as you help them also. I feel that you inspire those around you, and the trust is paramount. I wish to say, keep doing what you are doing. You know you are on the correct path. And I thank you for bringing all together. I hope this has been helpful.
I think it, everything you said for me and for everyone has definitely been helpful. Thank you. We do appreciate that. If I can, I'd like to return to my questions, please, if that's okay. A bit of a conundrum next. If we are all one, why are there so many of us?
Indeed. That's an interesting thing to say, if we are all one. No two are the same. I have not heard this before. There are many of you, because there needs to be. This is just how the human race has evolved. Do not over question this. I am being advised this to say so.
Okay.
Too many questions regarding this. Do not worry.
I'm not really worried. It's just that
No, others,
During-
I feel.
during our development, obviously, we are influenced by who teaches us,
Absolutely.
and one of the major philosophies is that when we return to spirit, we are all one. And I
wish
just
to say our
wonder,
energies, when in spirit, are one. Yes,
okay, that's a good analogy. I like that one.
that is a better way to explain things. Yes, the energies are as one.
And that allows all spirits to have their own personality then.
Absolutely. Still all
And
individual.
identity. Yeah, that makes sense to me completely now. Thank you. If human souls and their civilizations develop and continually end up destroying themselves, which is maybe what history has shown, what is the point of repeating the cycle?
Any lessons? We are all being tested, shall we say. This is the purpose, to repeat.
Okay. But will there come a time when enough of us will learn?
This is the hope. This is the hope.
But it's not a guarantee.
Nothing is guaranteed in this life.
Okay.
If we wish for it, we wish for it for the human race, absolutely.
leading on from that, then, what is the ultimate aim of our Creator? You know, what drives the Creator?
I am just listening. One moment.
Okay.
I am again very limited on what I can say on that matter. I do apologize. Is it okay to continue?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm used to some of my questions being moved over, if you like. So, no disrespect intended.
Ethos agrees.
Okay, thank you. Why are so many parts of the Earth planet so dangerous? Or is that nature's way of keeping human vessels out?
I feel you've answered this yourself.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I end up doing that sometimes, don't I? Okay.
Again, you're so wise.
No, I'm sure the inspiration comes from spirit, so there you go. Why should, in our lives, why should we attempt to please so many other human souls?
Nobody has to please. It is not a... that's very interesting. Expectation is a big thing. Respect needs to be there. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I feel that it should be earned. You do not have to please all. I'm trying to explain. I feel this is more, again, with the mutual respect, if this makes sense. Way of putting it.
Yeah, it does to me, but I know enough people on the earth plane who live their lives attempting to please so many other people that it's actually a detriment to themselves in their own lives, and they can't see that.
Very sensitive souls, I would say.
Okay.
Who do this. Many seek approval of others. I feel it is perfectly okay to be yourself. And if people do not accept you this way, well, that is their problem. Too much expectation of others. People need to be responsible for themselves and their actions. I hope that makes some sense also. Indeed.
I've just realized when you're actually giving advice to us individually, do you have any advice for Claire?
Very sensitive young lady. Oh gosh. To move forward from those experiences that have held her back.
Yeah.
Let the past stay where it is. But I feel she has come a great way and fought many battles. A few more to come for all, as it is so. Trust the spiritual changes, shall we say, if you are able to
Okay.
pass this on.
Yeah, I will do.
It's changing in many ways. He over questions this. Yes. Over analyzes. She does need to trust this more. Is that okay? Is that acceptable?
That's lovely. Thank you. That's fine. I didn't want to leave her out. Okay. Okay. In a recent conversation with Spirit, which I reflected on the statement given, but why can't Spirit replicate the feeling of touch? Because someone in Spirit said that's what they missed. The opportunity, like in a human vessel, where we can hug and we can greet.
So, as there is no body any longer when we transition, it is not possible to do so. Only, let's say, I may be told off here. I should take that back, actually. Yes, it is possible over time.
Okay.
And much energy needed, but only for a short moment.
Yeah. Okay.
May this be possible and allowed.
Who makes that decision, to allow it?
The higher masters.
Okay. What happens as Spirit if you use too much energy at any given point in time?
They tire as we do, or as you do.
Yeah. Okay.
And takes them a great deal to recoup.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Very similar to the human vessel. Much energy.
Thank you for that. That's a straightforward answer. I like that. Okay. On the Earth plane, when will it actually be all for one and one for all? Or am I kidding myself that could ever happen?
Oh, this is the wish. Oh. Not kidding yourself, no. Nothing is ever straightforward, is it?
No, that's true. It's true of life on the Earth plane anyway.
That is something I cannot give a definite answer on. I feel that that's not really possible. Things are meant to happen this way.
Okay. Would that have been possible in your life on the other planet, Paris?
No. very similar to what I've just said. It's not, it's an unfortunate thing.
Okay. Is life designed to be confrontational, to create more experiences?
Indeed, nothing is meant to
Okay.
go smoothly, let's say plain sailing, as you would put it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. If you could remove one aspect of how human souls currently live their life, what would you remove?
Aggression,
Okay.
violence, probably many a thing, but that angers me in many ways. I wish everybody lived in harmony. This is how we learn.
Okay. Are there such things as magic wands? And if so, what powers them?
Magic, sorry, Neil, I did not catch
Yeah, magic wands. You know, like wizards
that.
have magic wands and witches have wands.
Oh, one.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, is it just a creative?
Oh, that's on Hogwarts, is it?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all make believe.
It's good make believe, though. It's good make believe.
Indeed, much fun. There is witchcraft,
Yeah.
but I have to be careful again with what is said. But witchcraft, you know of.
Yeah.
Many a power out there, indeed.
Is witchcraft a form of brainwashing?
Some may use this the wrong way.
Okay.
That is frowned upon, obviously. But this is their lesson to learn. There's good and then there's bad, isn't there?
Yeah. Like everything, I suppose.
As indeed.
What makes human souls hold on to their material possessions, and why do we?
One word comes to mind. With some is greed.
Yeah. Okay. Expected you to
Not
say
all
that. Okay.
are this way. I understand. But many a human, shall we say, is this way. It's what drives some. It's quite disappointing to the spirit world, but they have to learn. I hope this answers the question.
Yeah, you give purpose to it, you know. I suppose, which is what it boils down to. Okay. Are thoughts a reality, and how should we manifest them if they are?
Manifesting the thoughts. My exam. would this make sense to do you mean bad thoughts and good thoughts, Neil? Is this the question?
I suppose if you want them to manifest themselves, you want good thoughts, but I suppose the risk is if it was possible, presumably bad thoughts could be created as well.
Every possibility indeed. Yes.
I would hope good thoughts, but there's a risk, isn't there, if it was that straightforward?
There is the risk. It would be wonderful if there was all good. But this is not the way.
But presumably our higher selves will try and stop the human spirit doing things which are not right and proper.
Indeed, it is a choice.
Yeah.
It is a choice that those make. We all have that choice, and as all you do. Indeed.
And I'm presuming that's why, you know, in history as well as now, that's how evil can take over the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
They've had that choice to make, and that's what has driven them to do ghastly things, shall we say.
Yeah, absolutely. As a spirit then, when you travel in spirit, do you get bottlenecks or are you restricted where you can move to? You know, is it a question of numbers? Being flippant, do you have to submit a flight plan for pre-approval?
Certain things have to be approved, indeed. I'm being told not to answer too much.
Okay.
That is a private, as I've been told by ethos, a private that would be something you find out.
Oh.
Indeed.
Not too soon, I hope. Anyway,
Oh,
but one
no.
never knows. Paris, what do you do to enjoy the company of another spirit?
I socialize like the rest.
But what does that mean to you? What does that, can you explain that?
Very much as a comfort, warmth. You enter another's world. Does this make sense?
By entering their world, are you sharing all their experiences as well?
Indeed. You see someone's life before your eyes.
Okay.
If I can put it this way, their experiences, their highs, their lows. Indeed, yes.
What do you reminisce about in spirit with other spirits then, in particularly?
Not so much myself, but from others that I encounter. They tell me that what they miss and think of. Not so much myself, though.
Does that never tempt you to, you know, try and experience what they experienced?
I am very different from those. My path is very different. If this makes sense, without saying too much. Yes, I am a little bit limited to my role.
Okay. I won't push you on that, but maybe we'll get an opportunity on that another time.
Possibility.
Although you don't have knees as a humanoid does, how do you have a knees up in spirit?
I would say, I hear many a song from those I have encountered and helped. They very much like you do. Family gatherings, as they once did on the earth plane, very much the same.
What would you call a special treat in spirit for you? Or would a physical life option be considered one of them? Or the opposite?
That would be a treat. Indeed, yes. Another life form, indeed. Yes.
Is that not an option open to you, Paris?
Not at the moment. We shall see what they agree one day. I am just happy being one with light. The light.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough. I mean, can spirit get contaminated or confused? They might not be the right words, but is everything always clear in spirit, or does it take adjustment?
Adjustment, like many lessons, many teachings. Yes, it all becomes clear with the lessons that are taught. Yes.
If you know our future in spirit, why is spirit bothering with us now?
We have to make things exciting.
Or harder?
There's no rough without the smooth, Neil.
No, well, we've got a good command of our language anyway, I'll give you that.
Many a millennium to learn, Neil.
Okay. I read something recently, but it's formulated this question. Are what we refer to as aliens or greys actually biological robots designed to endure the intergalactic travel across time zones and throughout the universe? So they're not actually alien humanoids. Is there any truth in that?
I wouldn't say robots.
They were described as biological robots, you know, so pre-programmed.
It's not a subject I know a great deal about.
Okay. The first time I've heard it, I've never read anything like that.
So. First time. I do not know this answer. Let me ask. Unfortunately, this is one I cannot answer.
Okay, all right. Do good things come in small packages?
Oh, absolutely. Look at yourself, Neil.
And I wouldn't describe myself as small, but there you go.
Do you like my sense of humor, Neil? No, of course.
That's it.
That is a very very human saying, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is.
I like that.
Why a similar one then? Why does living a life put square pegs into round holes? It's another saying we have. You know, you're like a square peg in a round hole, meaning you've been placed.
Oh, difference is brilliant.
Okay.
That is what you do not make anybody fit. That is not right, to make somebody fit. Does this make sense?
Yeah, it does to me, but
I find this is not acceptable. It shouldn't be. But I do know that that is what some expect. But I do not agree with it, personally.
I mean, we all know some people, you look at them and you analyze and you think they're attempting to be something they're not, and it causes so much stress in their life.
Indeed. Pressure is put on many.
Yeah,
This is not a human trait I like.
okay, thank you. Paris, what are the polar regions on the Earth designed to provide? You know, what's the purpose of those?
You mean by the ice caps?
Yeah. What is happening there? What does that do for our planet?
It obviously has certain factors with the environment and the climate. Does this make sense?
Sort of, sort of.
I wish to say it regulates. Yes, it regulates your earth plane. Again, not all is known to me to explain. I feel I wish to go now, Neil. I am being called back.
Okay, Paris, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for coming through to us.
Thank you for your time. And good evening to you all. And love and light to you.
And take our blessings back to the spirit circle with you, please.
I shall, and they send many blessings upon all of your heads. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening.
Time for us now to finish today's question and answer session. We would like to thank Spirit for being here to guide us and working directly with us. That includes all our personal guides, and for all the additional advisors that have joined us here today to give us the benefit of their wisdom. A big thank you to Ethos and his team for looking after us, both in this circle and in our daily lives. Thank you for your continued support, which we all fully appreciate and value. We look forward to linking up again with you all next time. Before we close the link, we hope you don't mind us spending a few minutes of our time exploring our personal direct links with Spirit. 2 to 3 minutes until I call you back into the room, everyone. Time now to refocus on your crown chakras, please. And as and when you have, close it down to break your link with Spirit. Move any residual energy you don't need down from your crown chakra to your brow chakra, onto your throat chakra, then onto your heart chakra, further down to your solar plexus chakra and onto your sacral chakra, and then to your root chakra. Allow this surplus energy to move down through your legs and body to your feet and ground yourself on Mother Earth, please. When you are sufficiently grounded and in your own time, gently and slowly bring your attention back into the room.